Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Kilroy. Welcome back to yet another Generation Zero video. Now, in today's one, the new update is it's finally here. The new tactical response update is here. Now, I just want to go over I just want to go over a quick few things. Just covering all the aspects of the update, how it all went, whatnot. So yeah, again, we're going to try and keep things positive. I'm not going to be negative because apparently you can't have constructive criticism in this world anymore without some people sooking. But anyway, so the update came out for me late last night. Stayed up for a while, started playing, downloaded the new DLC pack, the Tactical Equipment Pack 2. The only problem is, oh sorry, there wasn't really a problem. They just had an issue with getting the procedural missions up and running. So anyway, I couldn't wait that long. It was after midnight. I had to go to bed. Anyway, so I woke up this morning and lo and behold, we came into the session, and as soon as we came into the session, boom, it popped up like a normal mission would in the top left-hand side of your screen, which is awesome. So obviously it was working. They just needed a bit more time to get things cracking, which is it's not a problem. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about the procedural mission. Now that was the main focus of this update. It wasn't a major update in any sense. It was a relatively small update, not file size. The file size was quite large, but before anyone says anything, but like just in terms of what we actually get, there was a lot of bug fixes, just a lot of housekeeping stuff. They finally updated the invitational mission, which is awesome. So now I get to do that again. Not again, but like it's actually working properly now. So that's awesome because that was a really cool mission. And I mentioned it heaps of times in my videos. For those of you who watch pretty much all of them, you'll know I talk about the invitational mission quite a bit. Excuse me. But yeah, so other than that, it was relatively all right. The only little gripe I would have to say is I went and did the procedural mission. Mine was the anomalous signal. I swear to God, they put that in there, so I can't pronounce that word. But the anomalous signal is the mission I got. I had to go to a specific location on the map. It turned out to be in the farmlands region in the bushes somewhere. And basically, once I got within like a certain perimeter, a beacon dropped from the sky, and it just told me that I had to destroy the beacon, or destroy the beacons, plural, right? So a beacon dropped out of the sky, and then what followed was a handful of hunters and runners, which is fair enough. So naturally, I just focused on the beacon. So you destroy one, then like another one pops in, you destroy that one, then like two spawn in at once, and then by the time you destroyed all the beacons, there's like, say maybe 20 enemies to destroy, varying from prototype to military class units. It took, I know Generation Zero said it would take between 10 to 20 minutes for the mission, but for this one, it took about 5 max. It was very short. That's why, like I was saying, my only gripe with this new procedural mission is the fact that due to it being so small, I wish it was daily and rather than weekly. I think daily, I know they said there was only going to be 3. They only have 3 missions at the moment, but if they could have really like done like just 5, you know what I mean, and have them done weekly like that. So similar with the weekly updates, you get more and more like challenges each day. Like I think that would have been perfect. And again, I'm not being negative, it's constructive criticism. I just think personally it would have been, and to be honest though, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me you wouldn't want these things daily rather than once a week. They are quite short. It's not enough. Yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to be constructive and not negative, so I apologize. But yeah, it was good. I liked it. It was different. You know what I mean? They added something to the game, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to knock it in any way. Just for me personally, I do believe it was very short. But at the same time, I think it's good as well that I tend to look at things in this game from like a seasoned veteran kind of player, you know what I mean? They have like all the guns, they're level 50, blah, 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 blah. And I apologize for that. So I'm a bit narrow-minded in some senses. But I think it's good that it is quite short and it's not that tough. So we can get new players more used to the gunfights and stuff like that. I know a lot of people say they even struggle with just basic stuff, like let alone a tank and a harvester, like even hunters and runners and stuff, they still have trouble with, which is fair enough. You know what I mean? We're not all as good as each other. And, you know, I appreciate the fact that Generation Zero are trying to accommodate the seasoned veterans and like the new players as well. So again, not being negative, I appreciate what they're doing. So yeah, so that basically covers that. Again, I won't be able to do an update on all 3 missions for another couple weeks now, because naturally, again, it's 1 mission a week, and I really hope that I don't get the same one over and over again. Otherwise, I won't be able to do a video on each mission. But nevertheless, guys, moving on. So, like I said, that was really the bulk of the update. The rest really falls down to the DLC. Now, I had a lot to say about the DLC, and I'm not going to shy away from that. I said what I said, and I meant it. So I'm not going to apologize for that. I did think it was a little bit crappy, but I bought it. Nevertheless, I'm a content creator. I need to come from a biased perspective. You know what I mean? I can't say it's crap when I don't even have it. So I bought it, right? It was $8.50 in Australian. It was cheap as chips. I helped support Generation Zero. You know what I mean? Even if I don't use this pack, that's fine by me, okay? But so the first thing I wanted to test was the homing launcher. That was pretty much the only thing that really tweaked my interest. And you know what? It's actually all right. Again, if a newer player joins the game and they buy that pack, they're gonna have a lot of fun. It's gonna help them out a lot, which is awesome. It is a bit resource heavy, so I think that might be the only worry for a new player. They're gonna have to grind a fair amount of steel. I think it's 50 steel, 50 explosive, and is it 10 aluminium or aluminum, however you want to pronounce it. So yeah, so it's a little bit resource heavy, but I think it took when I counted it, this video will come out, I think, after my initial playthrough of the update, so you'll be able to see it from my original video. But it took 15 shots. So again, the launcher shoots a volley of 3 rockets. So it took 5 volleys of 3, so 15 rocket shots in general, that hit a Firebird to destroy it. I did shoot it once in its one of its little engine wing thingamabobbies, just to get it like over to me, so I could obviously place it down, and the homing beak could do what it homing launcher could do what it's meant to do. And you know, it's all right. Like, it's not too overpowered. I don't think it's underpowered at the same time. I think it would be perfect for a mix of, hey, I'm gonna place down 2 of them, and then I'm gonna, you know, continuously fire at the same time. I think that would work perfectly. But if you guys were expecting something where you just place it down and it's OP and it just wipes everything off like the face of the earth, that's not it. Okay, so let's be clear about that. So I think it's pretty balanced. A lot of people were saying it's OP. I don't think that's the OP one in this pack. So I was super surprised as well. So I was really looking forward to just testing out the homing launcher. I didn't give 2 craps about any of the other stuff, right? But again, need to be unbiased. I need to check them out. So the next one I proceeded to check out was the remote hacking dart. I think it's just called a hacking dart, whatever. Where basically you just grab it and you throw it on anything other than the Reaper, and it hacks it. Turns into a friendly machine. And you know what? I was surprised about that as well. You know what I mean? So you can throw that hacking dart on a tank, and it'll stay your friend for up to like 30 seconds. Which is pretty damn good. So it'll fight for you. It'll turn on all the other robots. It's pretty cool. So yeah, again, I was surprised about that. Again, I don't really have much interest in the hacking portion of the game. So it was a nice change of pace. Again, I think it can be. I think they were going for more playability and fun in this pack rather than anything else. And you know, I respect that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that surprised me. It was pretty good. You know what I mean? It lasts for 30 seconds. You can only hack 1 thing at a time, though, I believe. I don't think you can just randomly smack like 2 tanks and a harvester and have them be your allies. You know what I mean? So 1 thing at a time. But the one thing that really took me by surprise, guys, and I'm eating my own words here, but that remote controlled explosive tick is a beast, an absolute beast. So I was in the Generation Zero Discord last night, and someone must have had it before I did. because I didn't get it straight away. It took a little bit of convincing, but they were saying that the explosive tick took down a tank with only using 2 or 3 ticks. I was like, there's no way. I was like, that is way too overpowered. Can you imagine? Like, that's if you sat there with an RPG or the GRG-49, there's no way 2 or 3 shots takes down a tank. So I was like, we'll test it. And again, this is you can go watch my my previous video on the update, and you'll see because we tested this out, right? But it was only a prototype tank, bear in mind, but it took, was it 4 remote explosive tick thingamabobbies, and it destroyed a prototype tank. Now that doesn't sound like a lot because prototype tanks aren't that strong, but for an explosive device that you can use from quite a distance away, and they are so goddamn cheap to make. I think it's something like 8 steel and 5 explosive or vice versa. Like, it is ridiculously cheap. It is nuts. So basically, all I'm trying to get at is the update isn't, the DLC pack isn't that bad. You can have some fun with it, and it does come with some uses. The only thing that I didn't test realistically is the sensory jammer. I really wasn't interested in that. Basically, you can't use it to get, like, it sounded all right when you could basically use it. And I don't know how far the radius was, but basically if you're holding onto that sensory jammer, it has a radius around it. Any machine in that radius, basically you can't see it, you're invisible to it. But I was like, oh, well, that'll be good. If you're in a really shit situation and you need to get out of it, boom, you can use that and you can walk away free, you know what I mean? But that one aspect they kind of way overlooked. You can't use it when you're in combat. So I think that was a bit of a downside to it. So sensory jammer, wasn't interested in it. And the remote control, the toy car with the radio on top of it. Again, wasn't really interested in that. Basically, you just pop it on the ground, the radio and the flares go off, and it just drives in a direction, and the robots will chase it. But yeah, so I think those were the 2 lackluster ones. But honestly, the other 3, like I said, the remote turret, the portable homing turret, the remote control tick, the explosive tick, and the hacking dart. Big fan. I'm eating my words here again. I'll be the first to admit I was wrong. But yeah, no, super fun. And honestly, if you have the money and you have all the other DLCs, I don't see why you wouldn't get this pack. 3 out of 5 is still pretty damn good. But yeah, so I was wrong in that aspect. But yeah, excuse me, sorry. It was pretty fun and I enjoyed it. But yeah, guys, so that pretty much sums up the update. Really, it was relatively small, like I said. It was basically just the procedural missions. They fixed a few missions, and just a lot of bug updates, bug fixes and whatnot, performance updates. You know what I mean? Just like I said, just general housekeeping stuff for the game, which is good. It shows they care. They want to keep updating it and stuff, and I appreciate that. So yeah, guys, that sums up the update. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you guys got the pack, let me know what you guys thought. I know a lot of people had the same thoughts about it that I did. Now, don't get me wrong, I still stand by what I said. In the regards that, like, I would have rathered them focus more on fixing console. I would have rathered more missions. Like I said, I reckon a lot of the issues right now would have been fixed if they did the procedural missions daily instead of weekly. It's very doable. Those missions are tiny. I don't think it would take that much extra work for them to make it an extra two missions, and just do them daily. I think it would draw a lot of attention to the game. Honestly, like, yeah. Anyway, you already know what I think, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm curious. And yeah, guys, if you have any comments, queries, questions, concerns, anything like that, just let me know down below. It doesn't even have to be about Generation Zero. If you want to know something about myself as well, I'll do a Q&A video. So drop them down below. Don't forget, we do have channel memberships as well. So hit that join button if you want to help support myself in making these videos. And we also have a channel Discord as well. So I'll leave that in the description below. So yeah, make sure to come check it out. One big community, guys. We just all help each other out. I'm going to start jamming with the community as well, playing some games. But yeah, guys, until next time, take it easy. Peace. Yo, guys. Editing Kilroy here, or editing Tommy, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to quickly say a huge thanks to everyone for the overwhelming support on the videos recently, whether that just be a comment on the video, a like, a subscribe, anything like that. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. 6,500 subs, and we're well on our way to 10k subs by the end of this year. And don't get me wrong, we are gonna hit it. And honestly, I can't do that without you guys. So I appreciate the hell out of you. I don't think that goes unnoticed. And I just want to say a special shout out to our newest YouTube members. So shout out to Crypto Gang, Some Random Kid, and Caustic FPV, and a special huge shout out to Malachi. Malachi was the OG YouTube member. He started this all. He started the list off. So I'll always shout out you, Malachi, brother. Thank you so much. But yeah, guys, don't forget, if you want to be part of the YouTube community, the YouTube memberships, hit that join button. And yeah, until next time, guys, peace.